KJ Workman with Melvin Bermudez, my co-host for the Not Subtle Scene podcast. And we are here with one of our friends and realtor partners. And I'm going to let him introduce his name because he's got an Italian name and I can't pronounce it. I'm not butchering that one. So Gabe, say your whole name in like...
My whole name, middle as well.
The whole name.
That's what makes it good.
Social security
name.
number.
It's a piece of artwork.
And your blood type and your social. And no, I'm just kidding.
Let's just do this the whole podcast.
Yes, the whole podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Hey guys, my name is Gabriel Salvatore Chisari, and I'm here from Acropolis Realty Group, Tampa. And it's a pleasure to be here on the podcast with the guys here and the girl. Milestone's the best, and we're in Carrollwood. I mean, it doesn't get any better
We
than
did
this.
not pay him for that. That's
I
great.
know.
I love it. I love
I'm
it. It
not
was the boat
sponsored.
day. It was the boat day. That was it.
Unsolicited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe is a part of the Acropolis Realty Group, which is a group out of Syracuse, actually, up in New York. And they brought the boys, the boy band, down here.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus Nikki.
Yes. So Acropolis, Syracuse, we initially started in Syracuse, New York. We've been around since the 2015 era. We opened a branch office in Tampa, Florida around 2021 during COVID, the best time of year.
Right.
well,
And
for real estate it was.
yeah, of course. And we have a small but mighty team. So quality over quantity down here. We're a branch office with 5 full-time agents now. I'm one of them, and I couldn't be happier. It's like SEAL Team 6 down here.
Oh, my gosh.
I love that.
That is amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
You guys are a hoot.
And you're actually close enough to watch all that too when they do that whole like special forces event they do every year over there.
Yeah,
downtown.
yeah. They do that on Harbor Island, so it's just a walk right over there with the helicopters in the air and a couple of martinis to watch. So why
I
not?
love martinis and I'm mad
I've
at
watched that show a couple times. It's good.
it. I've never seen it. I lived it, but I never seen it.
It's more fun to watch, I promise.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. That's awesome.
So give us a little bit of backstory, because you're one of our younger realtors, but you would never know it by his professionalism that he has in the industry and like the way that he speaks, the way he emails, the way he just leads his life.
Thank you.
You would not know that you're only 24, 25?
Yes, 25.
25 years old. You're mentally like 60.
Damn.
No, I appreciate
Too
that. I get told a lot. I'm an old soul, and I get told a lot that I am in the wrong generation here. But we need people like me to help the younger generation.
Yeah,
I-
facts.
I
Facts.
agree. You
We're
need to
needed.
tell them
Yeah.
how to act, because we've got some young guns that I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Do you
Not
think?
even like tell them how to act. Like just tell them how to hold themselves and how to actually work.
100%.
I mean, that's the problem. The younger generation typically are just like, it's gonna fall in my lap. It'll come to me. I'm like, no, it won't.
Yeah.
Well, they learn manifestation the wrong way. They're like, if I think it will come. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
A great way to do it is
Literally
listen to
not how it works.
podcasts. There's a lot out there that you can get some really good wisdom off, and
Right.
it's definitely an untapped market. I mean, just sub a TV show for a podcast, sub music for podcasts. You can
Yeah.
learn a lot for free on Apple Music, on Spotify. Like there's a ton of
So
people like
much.
us just getting good messages out there, and it helps in the professional world, the business world,
Yeah.
casually, whatever message you want, it's out there.
You know, if I love that whole piece right there about like just go out there and find it. There's so many methods, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like. I'm one of them. I don't like to read. I tried. I bought a Kindle. I'm working on it. Right, but there's so many other avenues that you can take to learn. And I was actually having this conversation with my nephew the other day. Because he gets into all these little things he wants to do, but he never takes the time to like learn how to do them. I'm like, so he actually asked me, he's like, how did you learn how to do everything? I was like, dude, I was around when YouTube first started. So like for me, YouTube was where I learned how to take apart my cars and take apart this and do oil changes. Like I did not have anybody showing me that. Granted, my dad built houses, so I learned a lot of like house stuff and rehabbing and all that. But like the car thing was always me. That was YouTube. Literally was YouTube back in the day. Like I would just watch video after video after video.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. This whole thing I could just watch. I'm a visual learner, and I'm like I have to see it.
Like YouTube won't necessarily tell you how to run a business, but like everything else in your life to make it easier.
100%.
Yeah.
It'll give you the tools that
Yeah.
you need to
It
put
will.
in action.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Podcasts or books? Like both?
Podcasts.
No books.
I
No
would say
audibles.
both. I'm just saying, like for the younger generation, because you guys are complimenting my age and maturity level here, but which I appreciate.
I'm at it.
I mean, you can sub a lot of the entertainment in the time wasted with productive learning. Never stop learning. You got to be curious. That's
Yeah.
how you're going to be successful in
Favorite thing
business.
to
So
say, yeah.
instead of spending an hour watching a Netflix show, go read a book. Go read a couple chapters. Instead of listening to your favorite music on the way to work that you've heard 1,000 times already, it's the same message every time. go listen to a podcast. Go listen to Modern Wisdom. Go listen to business stuff. Anything that applies to your business or industry, you can apply it to majority of other routes, and it helps.
Yeah, you can.
What are you listening to besides Not Subtle Scene?
Yeah, this is the best one out there.
Stop it.
But what else you got on your roster?
The One Thing podcast by the Keller Williams umbrella.
I think Jay Pop is on.
Yeah, Jay Pop is on. That's a really great podcast. Yeah. I would say Modern Wisdom with Chris Williamson. That's a huge one. I love that.
I don't think I've listened to any of that one yet.
Andrew Huberman's got a great podcast.
I've heard of these. Yeah.
And then, of course, if you want to go entertainment route, then you listen to your Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I like the business focused podcast, like the CEO podcast, because you hear the story from start to finish. And before we answer your question about my story, it's like YouTube was a start of all of it, because a lot of the younger people were like playing around with YouTube. I call it YouTube University because that's what I use it for nowadays.
Yeah.
It's less entertainment, more learning.
Yeah.
So you can really get ahead of everyone else just by YouTube.
And what's beautiful is for those that aren't into, because we're in this era now where people are either really into long form content like YouTube, or they're just like small extras. We've talked about it in the past. My husband's one of them, right? He won't watch a 10-minute video, but he'll watch 10 1-minute videos on TikTok of the same thing. You know what I mean? So like for those of you that can't or don't want to digest it all in one solid sitting, you can do the little training things, the little shorts and the clips, and just get the, get the gist of what you're looking for. It's just, there's so much knowledge out there, and the younger generation needs to pick up on it.
Well, it's just so readily accessible. They forget how hard it was for us.
We were just having this conversation in coaching. My coach, I have a social media coach. Like it's more than just social media, but Giselle's awesome. We had this conversation. She was asking about, videos, and how even, her who teaches this stuff gets these blocks and stuff. I don't know what to do. And, the conversation that I brought up was how I started to self-identify how much I'm leaning into ChatGPT and how much my creative juices have died. There used to be that time where I'd sit there and come up with cool ideas and thoughts, and now I'm just like, Chad, so like a lot of the younger generation is so used to that quick, immediate situation that they're like,
I'll do that
there's
later.
No creative juices.
And then they never do it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool to be able to see someone in in your age group just going out there and getting after it. You guys do some cool shit too, like fun stuff. Really good videos, informational stuff. I like all of it, and it's a cool personality. It's a cool vibe that you guys are putting out there.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you have to be different because everyone is out here doing the same thing, and that is sales. That is closing deals, right? So what sets us apart? What are we all good at, and how do we tap into that to really grow the profit for ourselves, our own pockets, and the business as a whole, in growing the brand, right? So everyone brings something very different and special to the table, right? Like, for example, Justin is behind the scenes. He's always doing production. Like, he's a top producer, but he's like Batman. You never see him. He's doing his thing.
I mean,
Sal is he's all over the place. Sal is always at the networking events. He's a people person.
He's
always
person.
Talking. You could be on the phone for him for an hour.
Very people.
Where like you look at Nikki, and she's really locked in and in tune with social media.
Very.
So everyone brings something really nice to the table that, helps us grow together. And then we bounce ideas off each other and learn.
What would you say you're good at?
So my expertise is stuff like this. I love to connect as well. I'm a little bit of a mix between Sal and Justin, I would say.
That's
so
perfect.
I like to be out there. I like to go to networking events. I love money as well, so I'm going to push production as much as I can. Yep. But I definitely like connecting with people. I definitely like mediating. My strongest suit's negotiating. So when it comes down to closings and deals, like, I don't care what is on the table. We're going to get it done. We're going to get the buyer a deal. We're going to get the seller what he wants, and happy to make it happen. So
that's cool.
Do you have a mentor that you kind of attribute that to? Like Steve, obviously the owner of Acropolis, mentors you guys. So I'm sure he plays a huge part in this, but like anybody else you got in your back pocket that you're like, you know what, that kind of inspired me to be who I am today? That's
a really great question. And to answer that, I would definitely give a lot of my success attributes and kudos to my dad. He's awesome.
That's cool.
Steve's cousin Nick, actually, he's very much like an uncle to me and an older brother.
Steve's cousin Nick.
Steve's cousin Nick.
I grew up with him. I've done every...
I was like, do you know him? Like, you're like, yeah, duh. I'm like, was he on the boat? Did I have too many of one of the drinks or something?
Cousin Nick, right?
Cousin Nick.
Yeah, he's up in New York and Canada, and him and my dad together.
Oh, so he's like Watertown, like that area. New York, Canada, but the border?
Yeah, up there.
It's cold.
Between my dad, between Nick, and between Steve, all those three guys bring a lot to the table that I've gotten a grain of salt each from, and it's helped me in my sales career. It's helped me in professional growth, and it's helped me in real estate. And they're all dabble in real estate in some way, shape, or form, and they're all entrepreneurs.
Right.
So where it roots from is entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's the grit to get out there. It's the grit to go grind in whatever industry it leads to.
Right.
When
The
you have
doors
that
are
mindset,
open.
yeah, you can be successful. So those three guys, I definitely give a lot of my success to, and of course, other family members as well.
That's cool.
I kind of view you like one of those people that takes the phrase like a failure isn't a failure, it's a lesson.
110%.
Where you're like, I'm not afraid to get out there and fail because that just means I know what not to do
Fail
next time.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, fail forward.
Fail forward.
I'll give you a perfect example. I didn't graduate college. I came down here. I went to UT. I ran Division II track and field. And I spent 2.5 years there living on campus. I had a blast. I had too much of a blast. And that's why I don't have my degree. But that does not define success.
Not at all.
No.
I look at it
no.
as every opportunity has two doors. There's always a front door and a back door. Most people go through the front. I guess I went through the back. So
I'll leave that
that's
one
how we
alone.
look at it. Yeah. Yeah, that's up for interpretation. So
I only have one door, so.
Weren't we talking about that the other day? And I was like, use the front door. And you're like, I'm a dude. Like, I don't remember what you said, but I was like, oh
who
my
knows?
God.
yeah, but to go off on that, like I listen to a ton of podcasts, and back in my old job, I'd meet a lot of founders, executives, and a lot of the most successful people that I meet, they have had a ton of failures. And like you said, they're not
Yep.
failures, they're lessons.
Yep.
So you have to go through the dirt, you have to go through the mud to really learn from it and be the best version of yourself and grow. You know, shed that old skin, unlearn what you know,
Yep.
learn what you don't know, and then execute.
I like that.
I-
It seems like you got it really compact in your head. We see a lot of people, and they don't always have it going on like that.
Yeah,
So
true. I
appreciate
kudos
that.
to you.
True. I yeah, the with the wealthy people and like those conversations, people who you know, quote unquote made it, right? For me, it was a cool mindset shift, and I think for a lot of people, it's a mindset thing you have to figure out too, because like a lot of people look at the wealthy and they're like, oh, I wish I was them. You know, that kind of like, ugh. You know, that whole personality, they're like, just like, oh, I can't believe they're so wealthy. Oh, I can't believe, you know, you see like Billie Eilish now and talking about how, you know, Elon has so much money, he should give his money away to everybody else. And just like, you know, you get in that mindset of like, why are they there? Why are they so wealthy? And then if you shift that, you can learn so much from the wealthy. Like most of them didn't grow up that way. Most of them came from nothing. And if you took the time to pull away that lens and stop looking at them with, you know, jealousy or whatever word you want to use. God, I've learned so much from some wealthy people this year. Like just the way they do things is just so different. The way every purchase is thought out. Every vehicle they get is meticulously like planned and purchased, and their taxes are meticulously looked at. And it's like, holy crap, like I'm wasting so much money just not knowing
Right.
Yeah.
what they know.
Well,
So
no
I'm
one
like
teaches you
soaking
that.
it up. Like I said, never not learning. So now I'm looking at everything differently. I'm like, you are so rich. How'd you get there? Tell me more. You know, and I follow that one guy you've probably seen him on TikTok. That's his thing. He goes around. If you hear noises, I'm going to go take it from him. We brought our mascot in today. I just got a dog on Monday, and he's just over there chewing away. So,
so sweet.
we'll get that from him.
He's part of the podcast today.
But he is. He's the fourth person. But like the one guy, I forgot his name, but he runs around and he goes, "Hey, man, what'd you do for a living? How'd you?"
Yeah.
Man, I love watching those videos
he's
because
awesome.
those people, the stuff that they say, I'm like, whoa, never thought of that.
Right.
And a lot of them did, like you said, a lot of them have had really shitty failed businesses. Like they mortgaged their house and financed everything out and
Hundreds
went to
of thousands in
nothing.
debt before they figure it out.
And then then it clicked and it worked. You know, it's just so cool to listen to those people, and hopefully soon we'll have some more of those type of conversations, because it really, really motivates and drives me, because I'm like, wow, you could do it, I could do it, we can do it, we can all do it.
Everyone comes from different places, and we're all dealt different cards, right? And rock bottom will teach you stuff that mountaintops never will. So
Oh.
that's what a lot of
Put
those.
it on a T-shirt.
Put it on a
Oh
T-shirt.
my gosh.
Yeah. I
know.
Probably already is.
It probably
I need that
is.
T-shirt.
I'll buy that T-shirt.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
I like it. One thing I wanted to talk about too is, because we've had this conversation before, right? We've talked about it. The difference between, like, you know, real estate in New York and real estate here.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know, that shift, because we've got another brokerage too that's from kind of upstate New York. And
What part?
oh gosh, where's their upstate? Where are they from? Gosh, I'm drawing a whole blank
A lot
on
of
that.
people
Sorry,
don't
love you guys.
realize that whole state exists. You
Right.
know, a lot of people not from New York just think of downstate in the city. But then when you're from the Northeast,
Me.
you're like,
I married someone from Kingston, New York. Didn't even know the Hudson Valley was a place you can go. I always thought it was a city. And we're floating on a boat down a river, taking a train out of Poughkeepsie to go to New York City. And I'm like, what a beautiful place this
They're
is.
from somewhere in the country.
It was so pretty. Upstate is so pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's real pretty.
Yeah.
great season changes.
Like
I mean,
Chinese
the cold is cold. That's why I'm in Florida. But yeah, the seasons are beautiful. Fall, spring, summer, winter. A lot of winter sports up there. Really nice people,
Tons
hometown
of winter
people.
sports.
A lot of Italians up in New York.
There are a lot of Italians in
And
New
you
York.
don't really sell a lot during the cold season, right?
No,
'Cause-
the cold season is almost like the hurricane season for Florida.
Right.
Hurricane season, sellers are scared to sell, buyers are scared to buy. Everyone's all over the place. Same for New York in the winter. I'm not an agent in New York, but we work with New York agents every day, right? So I grew up there, 18 years. I know what it's like. Winter, everyone's at home in their shell. No one wants to go out. No one wants to see houses.
Cabin fever for real.
It's.
They're looking at houses in Florida online. They're like, let's go buy a
and
house in
then
Florida.
sitting in tanning beds, wishing they were on the beach.
I need a billboard that says with my shirt off, "Come to Tampa."
Come to
I
Tampa.
know how cold you are.
Yeah, right? It is wild. I mean, right now it
I know
is.
how cold you are.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Talk about a cold lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good one.
I'd be like, hey,
I like that.
I'm actually cold calling right now. How cold are you?
Oh my God. How funny would
We
that
are onto
be?
something.
Yo, how funny would that be though if that was your thing? Like you become like the what do you call it? Relocation specialist
Yes.
for upstate New York. And you're just like,
Hey,
hey, so I'm cold calling you. How cold is it?
go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it. That's a good idea.
And our brokerage is #1 in Syracuse, so I could definitely put my face up there and be the Tampa guys. So
I love
do
it.
it.
How
Yeah.
cold are you
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, and it just runs from like November to I don't know how cold it. When does it get
I mean,
cold?
it gets
how long
cold
does it stay
there.
cold? I don't know.
I would say like 6 months out of the year it's pretty cold. So anywhere from October, November to March, April, it's still snowing. So I mean, plus in Syracuse, we are in central New York, central and upstate New York, and there's a lot of snow from the lake. So you get all the lake effect snow. I grew up on Oneida Lake, so I'm used to it. I had a lot of snow days. We always went over for school. Lake Ontario is almost like an ocean. It's very deep, very cold. Ton of lake effect snow.
Very
So-
deep, very cold. Don't
Yes.
don't like
no,
it.
it's like the ocean up there, but
Yeesh.
Like the ocean.
So you came down to go to UT.
Yep.
But were you already starting in real estate at that point, or were you just focused on getting to school?
So I'll give you a little background on my real estate story. I came down to Tampa in 2019 where I went to UT. Before that, I was living in Brewerton, New York, small town right outside of Syracuse. Like kind of like Carrollwood in Tampa is very similar to Syracuse and Brewerton.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right there, 15 minutes from the highway, but small town. And I grew up flipping homes with my dad. So he does renovations, fix and flips, property management, building houses as well. So I always had the real estate background,
Right.
more on the blue collar side. So I was always hands on helping him dump the trailer, do the drywall, paint, everything.
Me too. Yeah.
Everything except for plumbing and
Did you ever get into the crawl spaces? God,
oh,
I used
yeah.
to hate crawl space. Oh,
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie It?
yeah.
You know when they go in the basement and it's filled with water and you see the clown pop out of the water?
Oh, God.
We've been at flips where the basement is just flooded. And I'm
Gross.
like, this looks like something out of a scary movie.
And
So-
you'll go in.
And we'll go in.
Ew.
We'll drain that thing and we'll get it flipped and we'll
Oh
go
God,
make
you
it
know, I
nice.
That
hated
is
the water
not
stuff. I
it.
hated like growing up rehabbing houses with my dad. I think the thing I hated the most, even outside of crawl space, was cleaning acid washing pools. Like I don't think you
Yeah.
guys did that. Do you have vinyl line pools a lot up there? I think, but
Not really because you have to drain them and prevent freezing. So there's a lot of
yeah.
pools that are not vinyl lined.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it when they're all algified and like and then someone has to somebody typically back in the day had to go into the deep end while it was algae and green and nasty because you had to pull the plug at the bottom.
Yeah, that's not fun.
It was disgusting, and of course I was the one that had to do it. And I'm
not
like,
be
oh my
me.
God. So I'm like 8, 9, 10 years old playing with acid, swimming to the bottom of green.
That's crazy.
That's
Goo.
what's wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
That's
we
what
figured
did it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but background in real estate, it's actually generational. So my grandfather came over to the US from Sicily and got into rental properties, fix and flips, a lot of apartment buildings, multifamilies in Syracuse. And then my dad followed suit, starting to flip homes. He was working like 3 jobs at one time. So my dad's passion was real estate. And his passion on top of that was he has a recording studio. So he's a big music guy. So he was old school Italian, working in blue collar work, and then doing real estate on the side with fix and flips and rentals,
With
and
a
then,
music studio.
and then having his music studio. So he did all three of
love
those things,
that.
and me growing up seeing that really like helped me get grit and helped me want to work hard. And
Yeah.
of course, my mom always made the best food, so I'm like, I gotta make good food and I gotta work hard because this is life.
This is life.
And real
That's
estate for me
nice.
is, since it's generational, I just wanted to follow it. So
Right.
with a background of the blue collar side, all that experience with the fix and flips with my dad and my grandfather, I got into sales while I was right before college, when I got into college, and then after college. And then after I left the corporate world, I'm like, you know what? It's time to get licensed. Steve is down here. I have all the eggs. Let's put it in one basket. So that's why I'm
I
here.
tell you
go.
not to do that, but I think you did a good
Yeah.
idea. You did a good plan.
And I have one rental property right down the street. So Carrollwood is
Sick.
awesome. Moved to Carrollwood.
Yeah.
Have rentals in Carrollwood. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Good food, too.
purchased the rental when you moved down here, and then now you're renting it out.
Yeah. So my first rental I purchased in either 2022 or 2023. And at the time I was not licensed, but I was working in a corporate job. It was great. And Sal was already licensed with Acropolis. And I'm like, hey, man, I want to buy my first rental down here. Let's go look at some tours and take some tours and look at some places. Long story short, Sal got me my first rental property, and I'm like, you know what? I paid Sal a nice check for that thing.
Yeah.
So why don't I get licensed, and then I'll go work with Sal, and then everyone's happy. Steve's happy. I'm on board. I got a rental property. So
Hell yeah.
Dad's happy, Grandpa's
yeah.
happy.
And I had a tenant in there right before it even closed. So I had a lease signed right before closing, and then I needed like 10 days to paint and make everything pretty again. And then she moved in, and it's been rented ever since. So I'm super happy.
That's awesome. That's
5
exactly
minutes down
how
the
it
street.
starts.
Yeah.
You gonna do it again?
Oh, I'm going to, hopefully the more sales I can buy more rentals with, because that's the goal. That's how you build generational wealth. And I've learned that through my family members.
100%.
Right.
100%. A lot of people are scared to take that leap and to do that, man. I was actually talking to a buddy last night about rentals, and because they bought a townhome, and they're already wanting to upgrade and get into a house.
Yeah.
A house.
And because they saw our dog, they're supposed to be getting a dog, so it's like this whole thing, like, well, now we want a yard, and I mean, he's like, I'm scared to rent it. I'm like, dude, you can literally probably double your mortgage on rent on that bad boy. Like, just do it. But hey, I'm afraid of this, and I'm afraid of what if they do this, and what if they do? I'm like, you got to stop living in the what ifs.
Yeah.
Because if you stay in the what if zone, you will always just regret. Like, I have so many what ifs that I regret. And looking back, I'm like, damn, I should have done that. And I think their first what if they regret was, I'm still licensed. I did mortgages. I did them full time for quite some time. And they had an opportunity to buy a townhome. I'll never forget this. They had an opportunity to buy a townhome that they wanted for like 106. It was when the market was still good. It was like 160 something thousand, and they were afraid to do it. His mortgage was about $850 all in.
Oh wow.
And he was like, well, I'm afraid. What if the market shifts and goes
Seems
worse?
like a
What if? I'm
no-brainer.
like, dude, it's going to shift, but it's not going to shift that way. It's going to shift up. So one thing led to another. They didn't buy it. Fast forward 6 months.
Yeah.
They ended up renting the same home that they were supposed to buy, the exact one. An investor bought it, and then they were renting it for $1,800 a month.
That's
I was like, dude, you
crazy.
could have owned this for $850. You could have sold it and made $50,000 to $60,000 just in the first year if you wanted out. Like, now I think it sold for $260 something or something crazy.
That's
so
crazy.
100K. It
What part of, where is this?
was Carrollwood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Carrollwood-ish, Carrollwood
That was good.
adjacent.
It's central, and there's great pockets of areas, and,
Yeah.
and there's tons of stuff around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Tons.
So it's a great area to rent in. So where are you headed in real estate? Like, I mean, you're just you got licensed in 23.
No, so that's when I bought my first rental property
Okay.
in 2023. I got licensed just over a year ago. So I've only been a
Sick.
full-time realtor since last summer, so about a year and a couple months. I absolutely love it. I'm about 8 months away from getting my broker's license, so that's
Whoa.
next on the next on the
Wow.
list. So
You gotta wait 2 years. That's the rules.
yeah, you gotta wait 2 years in the state of Florida. But my plan is to get that, grow a
Something
team of my own, and really just hone in on the sales and teach sales and coach, and hopefully grow the business within Acropolis. So I'm super excited for that, and I love sales, so I'm able to be a good coach, and hopefully we can do some real estate and growth in Carrollwood and in downtown.
Well, Milestone definitely plans to help you guys grow. I spoke with Steve today, so we'll be partnering with you on that. I'm excited to watch you guys.
I appreciate, and likewise, I love what you guys do.
I want to know more. I'm behind on that one.
There's a lot of similarities between Steve and Tony. Like I see a lot.
Yep.
You know, they're both entrepreneurial. They both just grind and they grow businesses fast because time is of the essence, right? So if you want to grow a successful business, it's all about having the right people in place, and then everyone grows it together. I mean, look at you guys. You got a podcast going. So we want to do the same thing. And working with people with a similar mindset is just going to grow the businesses exponentially together.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's together it's to the moon. You know, it's to the moon. You have to have good partners. You have to have good, I mean, and that's across the board, not only just on the title side, like every aspect. There's so many layers to real estate that people don't realize, you know, and that's what I really want to get out to the masses is like a lot of people complain like, oh, I don't want to spend 2.5%. That's a lot of money. And they don't, you've seen the videos, you've seen the people like realtors don't do anything. They just show up and then say, what? You're nuts. Like you're nuts. They're protecting you. Their reputation's on the line. Their business is on the line. They want you to have a good, transaction. So you're not screwed. And there's a lot of those, screwed situations going on right now in real estate. And people are out there like, oh, I'm just going to for sale by owner and save, 10 grand. I'm like, now you're going to court. Now you're spending 30 grand, 40 grand. Tell me about how you saved money again.
It's all 91%.
So much you guys do. There's so much you guys do.
Homes were sold with a realtor last year, which is up.
That's awesome.
91.
Wow.
91% of homes sold last year were using a realtor to sell their home, which is up. Normally FSBOs have a big chunk of the market, but I guess they kind of realize, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
I think that's a great statistic.
I think they don't know what they're doing, but I think, I can speak only for myself. As I get older, I just turned 37 last month. I'm at the point in my life where I'll spend more to do less. You know what I mean? Like,
Efficiency.
Like, yeah. I'm like, you know what? It's good. I'd rather spend 10 grand and have someone else take care of all that than to sit there and stress out about the legalities and then this and then that. And it's with everything. Like I'm on my 45th vehicle. I'm now that way in my cars. I'm like, I'd rather pay more and like not even go to a dealership. Like let's carve onto this bitch and have it delivered to my door.
I love that.
You know what I mean? And it just, for me, it's time is money. And I learned that from one of my really good, really wealthy, really awesome friends, Go-Go. Like she's like, my time is money. She's like, I mean, she's a little extreme. She doesn't even fold her own laundry, do her own clothes. Cause
she does in Italy.
In Italy.
That's awesome.
Because apparently if you have laundry service in Italy, it's like $1,400 for a family's loads of laundry. Yeah. If you go do it at the laundromat, it's like 50.
Yeah. But so there's that, right? And then you got to think of like how things are transitioning and changing. I was watching some videos last night on TikTok because that's what we always do when we try to go to bed. We go to bed early and then just stay up all night scrolling. I had an idea back in the day of like, it was like a laundromat type deal, whatever. It's real now, and I missed that opportunity. There is it's called like Brew Laundry or whatever. It's like a boutique laundromat.
I just saw this,
with a freaking coffee bar and everything inside. It's so sick, and it's like that's what we're transitioning for. Even something as simple as like laundry, people are looking for that conversation piece, that, vibe, that sit down and let's talk about things. It's no longer just like, oh, I'm gonna throw my shit in here and walk out and, hope someone else doesn't swap my laundry. They're hanging out and having conversations. You know what I mean? So like,
couldn't be me.
That's what it is. I mean, you could probably attest to this in real estate. I think real estate has gotten a lot more conversational, especially with clients too.
100%.
It's a lot less transactional, like, hey, just sell my home. And it's a lot more like, hey, let's talk about life. Let's talk about this, or where are we going to go next? And I've seen a lot of that's what I was gonna say. I see a lot of my agents like hanging out with their clients now, and like they become friends, and it's a lot more than just a transaction. And I think that's what I love about what you guys bring to the table is it's always been, since I met you guys, a lot more than just the transaction. I mean, even and I have to really give you guys kudos for this. Even something as simple, we've taken a lot of people out on the boat. We've taken a lot of people out to go do things, and we've sponsored a lot of events in our time here at Milestone, right? You guys have been the most appreciative. You've been the most vocal. You've been the most, just everything you've said. I think you've said thank you like 15 times after the boat day. You know what I mean? But like most people are like, hey, I was fine, bye. But like you guys, you build the relationship, and for us on that end, it feels so good. Just as a title partner, so I can only imagine how it feels on the other end as one of your clients buying the biggest transaction of their life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And if it's not the biggest transaction of life, sometimes it's one of the scariest because they just got divorced, or they're upgrading because they just got kids, or there's always some life event happening. And I think the way you guys are building those relationships is, what's that thing y'all do? I don't know. I'm not Italian. I'm only. I'm Puerto Rican. You know, I don't know. We just make rice and beans. But,
but listen, I couldn't agree with you more, and I appreciate you giving us kudos for that. And I think it's because we've built this business on relationships that were pre-existing before they existed in the professional workspace, right? So Steve is like family friends to me, right? Sal and Justin are like family. I was hanging out with these guys before we worked together. So we're all very family oriented, and relationships are genuine, and they go longer than real estate, and the roots are deep, right? We all come from New York. We all come from Italian families, right? Whether it's half Irish, half Italian, whatever it may be.
Is that Manatee Mike? Is that what he is?
Mike is our Florida guy. So
Mike's the Florida guy.
We need a local expert.
That's right.
But what I'm trying to get at is the passion for relationship building and family values definitely translates into business, specifically real estate, because you have to be a people person,
right?
And it's all about how your clients view you. There's a reason why our reviews are paragraphs long. It's not just 10 out of 10 would highly recommend.
Oh, good
right?
point. Good point. Real
like
good point.
You said,
man. So people, you take the time with them, they take the time with you.
Exactly. And
it goes
a long
really
way.
good way to look at it. You're taking the time with them, so they're going to take the time to actually give that review. And I can attest to that too, because I am a big, let me leave a review. When things are positive. I'm not really a big negative review person because I feel like I don't want to compromise someone's business. But man, if an interaction is really good, and I've gotten to the point now where if an interaction is really good in person, I will, where's your manager? I need to tell them this was freaking awesome. You know, especially servers and stuff.
It's customer
service. It goes so far. But yeah, man, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I would love to deep dive into reviews and see how many are like more than just 2 sentences, just for not even just for us, just in general for businesses.
Let's do it.
That's a really good sign of like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, before I was in real estate, and I had my full-time sales job, corporate B2B, it was a hybrid model. So there was a couple days I spent at home, and there was a couple days I spent in the office. So that was my 9 to 5. So from 5 to 9, what are people doing, right? Instead of going out partying, getting dinner, doing whatever, I was grinding. I wanted to buy another rental property. So to supplement, and just like you, I love cars too, to supplement income, I did Turo. So I was running Turo hosts. I was a Turo host, and what I wanted to do was have multiple rental properties that also had a car parked in the garage. That was my theory at the time. And doing Turo really got me good at reviews, asking for reviews, customer service, and it definitely has translated into real estate business because you put those processes and procedures into place and get the right reviews to grow the business, to be that all-star host to respond in 2 seconds. It translates to real estate.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Well, I'll get you a copy of my new book I'm writing. It's called The Review Ritual.
Let's do it.
Literally about how to get 5-star reviews from the get-go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You didn't know that, did you?
Because as
I did not know that. I thought my job was like, huh?
What
book?
Yeah, a stranger.
You bought a car without telling me, and you're writing a book without telling me. Secrets. My goodness.
Turo would be a great way to get real estate leads too. Let's get into that later. But a stranger is a prospect is a stranger before they're a client, right? So as soon as they Google my name, what are they going to see? So when you look at social media, everything they search, your name on Google is going to show up. So the more 5-star reviews we have, whether it be on Google, LinkedIn, Rate My Agent, Zillow Premier, like they want to see 5 stars and multiple numbers.
Absolutely.
So every little review counts. If you have a super happy customer that you just got a hell of a deal in Tampa, have them leave a review on every platform because it's going to help with the Google SEO.
Yeah.
86% of people will consider a 5-star review that's well written just as much as they would a personal referral. So like my buddies wants a real estate agent, hey, use this person. They will consider a really well-written review as a referral from a friend. So like having those 5-star reviews, no joke, is like having little referral buddies just sitting around for someone to go read.
Buddies,
yeah.
I love the statistics today. These are
I know.
These are definitely hitting the nail on the head.
One of those patches. Do you have some Adderall? What the hell?
It's all in my
Can I get
brain.
a signed copy of the book?
Right? I know. So I want to circle back to something here, since you have you have a really good passion, big passion for sales, right?
Yeah.
So in the world of sales, right? If you were to say, what is one of your biggest sales tips for someone, and even if it's not real estate related, like what would you say was your biggest like light bulb aha moment in sales where you realized there was like a shift, or like, oh shit, I was doing it wrong. Now this is working, and this is what helps. What was that for you? What could you give someone?
Yeah, that's a great question. I thought you were going to ask me to sell me this pen, but I'm glad you didn't. I've had that happen multiple times in the past.
I love that. Or people are like, what's your elevator pitch? And you're like, floor 2. I don't know.
Yeah, but honestly, sales is human psychology, man. So if you're able to, come to terms with someone, get on their level, and be a chameleon, as long as you adapt to the way they communicate, and you know exactly what they're looking for, it's that simple to be on the front lines for them.
Yeah.
I have this acronym that I use for every business. It's called BANT: budget, authority, need, time frame.
Oh,
so
you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, when you're talking to prospects, clients, family, friends, as long as you know exactly what they want to spend, who's in charge, who's going to make the final decision, what exactly they need, and when do they want to do this by, everything else is butter. Go take them to lunch. Go take them to coffee. Be their friend.
Right.
Build trust. And once you have all those pieces together, regardless if they're going to spend a little more than they plan to, regardless of it's a car, it's a house, they trust you to be their guy.
Yeah.
Regardless of a degree, regardless of your history, regardless if you're just in real estate for 6 months, 3 months, 10 years, they're going to trust you after you have those in place. And they're going to be the ones that write that paragraph review.
Heck yeah.
You took care of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it goes tenfold. They're going to go refer you to 10 other friends.
They better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's legit.
That's the plan.
I'm going to ask a fun question, because this is the answer that I'm always most curious when I'm asking a real estate agent about, especially when they're new.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite part about being in real estate?
Oh, I like that one.
My least favorite part about being in real estate is the amount of mileage I have to put in my car. Because just like Melvin, I'm a car guy.
So you can't lease anymore in real estate. It's hard to lease a car in real estate.
And Italian cars are not cheap to take care of. So the more miles, the more things you have to pay for.
What, like an Alfa Romeo?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Julia?
Stelvio.
Yeah.
Okay. Got to tug the jet ski,
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah,
funny.
other than the wear and tear on the vehicles, I would say that my least favorite part is when you have a Zillow lead and you've shown them 10, 20 houses and they never turn into a client.
Right.
But that's just the vetting process. So
Or how about when you show them 10, 20 houses and they go buy from someone else? What the
They buy
heck?
from their cousin.
I've personally never had that happen to me. So I pray for the guys that has happened to.
It'll happen. It'll
rough.
happen. One of the things we have to learn in this business is just not take it personally.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
it's not you.
100%.
It's their alter, or what's that word? Ulterior
You know what?
motives.
That brings me to a thought. The don't take it personally thing. I think there's a huge value in, let's say that situation happened. I don't even know how I want to word this. Let's say that situation happens, right? I know agents that have, I can't believe you did that to me. Da 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 da. Like, I showed you houses and I spent all this time. Like, you are insane. Like, say that shit to your friend. Say that to your head. Go home and scream at your spouse about it and be upset. Like, have your moment in private about that. You don't tell the client that, because now you've given them, and a lot of people do this via text. I've seen it. You don't tell your client that, because then there's a screenshot. You know how much business you'll lose?
Yeah.
You know how much better it is you know what? I'm very happy for you. Just something very calm, and like, if you want to be a little nice, nasty, go for it, right? But like, you just ending that relationship professionally, you never know what could happen. I've heard stories, and I've talked to agents who have had those situations where they've done the nice thing. Like, you know what? I'm so happy for you. Da-da-da-da. They end up getting referrals from that person, because that person starts to feel guilty and bad that they did it. Whereas the other agent would just be like, bah, 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 bah. They ain't getting shit. They're also not getting referrals, and they're probably getting bashed somewhere else. The review is not going to be, it's going to be a paragraph, but not the one you want, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of power in like just the way you hold yourself and the way you have that conversation afterwards, because it's going to happen.
100%.
But, like, I've seen some really, really cool, like, light at the end of the tunnel situations with those moments, but you just got to handle them right.
Never
a lot of
burn
people
bridges.
get in their feels, man. They get in their feels about it, and they respond emotionally. That's when I say just throw your emotion into ChatGPT and say, hey, how can I say this and not be emotional if you really don't know what the hell you're doing?
Well,
Because sometimes I do that.
you can spend time on it, or like we say, because it is a numbers game.
Yeah.
That happens. What do?
Yeah.
Go on to the next.
Go on to the next.
On the next.
And don't burn
Literally.
bridges.
Spend
Like,
so much time on that, you'll lose other deals. It's not worth it.
it's not worth burning
worth
bridges
it.
in any business that we're in, especially as sales reps. And I have a solution. If you have a buyer that cheats on you and said, hey, I'm under contract with a different agent, just go say, congratulations. You should go buy a car before you close.
I've seen that meme.
Yeah.
That's
And I
funny.
That's
love
a
it.
great
That's a great
idea.
idea.
Celebrate by buying a car right before you close, so you can drive up to the closing office in your brand new car.
There you go.
I will say, I
Declined.
was as a lender, I was the one that people didn't like as a client, because I was the one that would go, like every house that I bought, the day that I closed on the house, I would go buy a new vehicle.
Bro,
Because I would do that because I already signed, everything was done.
risky.
It was so bad. It is risky. I don't recommend this. Disclosure, I do not recommend this. But I would do it because then nothing's hit the credit at that point. Like there's no big balance, there's no big thing. So I'd
Oh
go out
my
and get the car that I
God.
wanted before they saw that I had a new mortgage.
That
I
is
was
hilarious.
horrible. I was horrible. One time it almost got me though. There was one time that I almost lost my brand new house that I bought.
did you read that thing that I sent you that was like Libras are going to be financially sound in 2026? Did you read it?
Yeah. No, I am.
Libra.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be me.
You're a
in
Libra?
next year.
I was like, that's you. He's
What
a Libra.
day?
Yeah, October 17.
I'm October 12th.
Oh,
Yeah.
another two Libras in the house.
Yeah.
Libras
Two
are my
Libras.
fave.
I was gonna say what did two Libras make, but I don't know the answer. So.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but it's well balanced.
Well balanced. Yeah. No,
But-
next year is gonna be solid, which kind of like that leads me into the next question. I mean, what is next for Acropolis? What is the future?
Yeah.
You know, are we expanding? Are we? You know, I know you have a cool ass spot over downtown. I love going up in there and seeing everything from the skyline. But yeah, what's the next step for all of you guys?
That's a great question. We definitely are growing. We're still growing. We're at a baby stage. I mean, I know we've been around since 2021, 22 area, but it's been a long time coming from just having Sal and Justin in the office to all five of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, Mike, Nikki as new hires. We just hired a new agent. She's going to be awesome. So we're really looking to grow to roughly around 10 to 15 agents. Right now we're at 5, so we have some room to grow here. We're going to be downtown in the Truist building for the next, I'd say, 10 to 12 months. And then after that, we'll definitely start touring some more spots where we can get some foot traffic, right? So it's really cool to be in a high-rise, beautiful building in downtown. You know, we have the gym, we have the bar downstairs. Like, there's everything
really
we can
cool.
do as agents.
Yeah.
But we want to generate some more foot traffic. We want our branding on the streets. We want people to walk by and pop in, see the listings in the window. So we're definitely shopping in that grand scheme of things. We definitely want to cap it around 15. So that way we can be small and mighty and really be quality over quantity. Because we can grow into, you know, Syracuse has over 100 agents.
Wow.
But we want to stick
wild.
it. Yeah, I think we're around 120 at this point.
That's crazy.
They just opened another office in Auburn, New York. We have agents that are licensed in Texas and California. And then, of course, we have our Tampa team. We also have a number of agents that are referral basis and part-time and that just don't come in the office through like Sarasota and Bradenton areas. So in a lot of, I would say 5 to 10 agents in New York are also dually licensed. So they can also do work down here when they come vacation and visit.
There's a
So
lot going on in Sarasota
Yeah.
and Bradenton right now too, boy.
yeah,
It's-
so Steve is growing the business and we're helping him do it. And I think that a number around 10 or 15 will be really good. And I know a couple of us will get our broker's license and have our own teams within. And we'll really make a nice brand for ourselves because we're in Syracuse, we're a big fish in a little pond. We're in Tampa, we're a tiny fish in a huge pond.
Huge.
Yeah.
So how can we kind of alleviate that and fill the gaps?
Right. I
cool.
know a part of your
Yeah.
stuff when I was talking with Steve was that you want to get your name out there. It's like people
Yeah.
don't know smaller brokerages, especially
Correct.
in Tampa.
We're not a household name at all.
Yeah, but that's where you're headed. That's where you kind of want to go. More happy hours to bring
Yeah.
the community together to get to know your faces, get to know your brand. They start seeing your signs pop up more often. Oh, you're in my neighborhood. I saw the house for sale, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That will happen over time, you know, for sure. And I think Milestone, well, I know Milestone is dedicated to help
Yes.
you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think definitely
So cool.
the strategic partnerships with the right vendor partners, like our title company, our lender, our AC guys, our inspectors, like everyone that we can build loyalty with, we've been working with for a while. And the more we do stuff like this, it's just going to get our name out there. It's going to get our personal brands out there. And Acropolis will be a household name soon. We will raise the brand and awareness. We'll be able to tell the story that everyone loves to hear, and you'll see more signs around Carrollwood and downtown. So
Hell yeah.
that's the goal.
I want a toga party.
Yeah, that'd be really fun to go with the Greek theme.
Yeah,
so a lot of
I love
people,
Yeah.
a lot of people see the logo,
know.
see
I
the name,
think
and they're like, "What are
Acropolis
you,
like Greek?
like a
Right.
Greek
Every time.
business?" But
And
we're
you can
not.
pass
We
the
just,
Greek, yeah.
I could, but I mean, we just Steve loves the Greek city state, and he was inspired by the first development of the Acropolis, so that's where he got the name from.
Oh.
And then we're just a bunch of New York Italians in the office. So
Love that.
they're like, "Are you associated with the restaurant?" We're like, "No." They're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Are you guys
I can
Greek?"
see
No, but we're Italian, and they pass. So yeah, it's a really cool name. It's a really cool logo. I love the ARG.
I do like
For the
ARG.
pirates.
Yeah, so
Right.
if we do a Gasparilla party, we'll do ARG, our ARG.
Yeah, it's
When you do a
perfect.
Gasparilla party, because that's not an
Oh shit, that's right around the corner.
I know.
Oh, that's literally like in 2 months, 3
Yeah.
months.
That
Oh
would be a
my
great.
gosh.
We'll talk later.
Yeah,
We'll get that plan
we'll
for
get
you.
that.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. I mean, when you have the right title company to help you guys grow, to help us grow on the sales and marketing side, like it does a number of things for us. So we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, our goal is to
100%.
help you grow and protect. Go back to what we talked about earlier. You know, like we understand how different real estate is here versus like New York.
Yeah.
A lot of different legalities, a lot of different contract things. Time frames are extremely different on closing. I've learned. I was shocked when I found out how long it takes to close on a home in New York.
Yeah.
You know, so like our goal is always to not only help you grow, but to keep you protected because, you know, one false move in this industry could lead to some chaos, you know, and we want to avoid all the chaos and have some fun with it.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
Help people,
want controlled chaos.
like help people achieve their dream, you know, of home ownership. Because
Yeah, everyone needs a roof over their head.
everyone,
So
everyone, and I'm not.
we
a
are
fan
the
of
ones to do
renting.
that.
Like it's just throwing your money out, you know,
Yeah.
throwing it out the window. I get if you have to, right? You know, but find the right person that can help you find the right home. You know, and they
100%.
have the right relationship with the right lender. You know, and everything will the pieces will come together, and you'll realize like, wow, I didn't know that I could do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of change on the horizon. There's a lot of talks of like, you know, 40, 50-year loans, and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people are freaking out about some of the things, but
It's only there
you know,
to
at
help.
the end of the day, it's only there to help. You know what I mean? And if you need that little cushion, you need that help, find someone that can talk you through it and put you on the right path.
Yeah, and that really sticks us. I'm sorry to cut you off,
good.
but that really sets us apart because since we're all from the Northeast, a lot of the people that live in the Tampa Bay area are from the Northeast. Like I would say 1 in every 10 people are actually locals. So Tampa's full of implants, right? And when people meet other
true.
people from their hometown or close by, it just makes them trust you instantly better. Like
Yep.
that fast. So
I was thinking
When it-
implants, and I was like, that's Miami.
Miami, different kind of implant.
So when New Yorkers come to
yeah.
Florida and they meet other New Yorkers that also have the same mindset, they're just like, I want to get out of the cold and be in
We got
Tampa,
a lot
Florida.
of them coming to Florida.
It's like I want to work with you, man, because you know
You get it.
You get it.
they get it, we get it. So
it. Yep.
it's
So where
relatable.
can people find you? Online?
What's that?
Where can people find you?
Yeah,
Like
so
social media?
I'm on Instagram. It's just my name, Gabe Chisari, and then my handle should be pretty the same across the board for LinkedIn, X, Facebook, and it's Gabriel Chisari. So I'm heavy on the social medias. I don't post daily, but I do post weekly, so they can find me. I'm not as funny as Sal, but I do put some good.
There's some good stuff.
I do put some good real estate statistics out there, and I'm
Yo,
a great
Sal.
actor when it comes to fun content.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know what
you
he
guys
did
are
in the
fun.
car. That one he did in the car was like,
that was
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I like to show an experience, and I like to show other people specifically who are moving to Tampa or haven't been down here, basically a brief overview of the area. So like
Yeah.
I'm more granular on sections. So like I'll do a Hyde Park video, I'll do a Harbor Island video, I'll do downtown Tampa, I'll do hidden gems, I'll do best places to eat, best places to get coffee, because then it's casual. It teaches people like, hey, if I want to move to Carrollwood, like this guy knows all the right spots. I might as well call him and be like, hey, get me on some tours.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I love
That's
that.
It pays
the
off.
secret sauce. That's not
Excited.
whatever Cologne's wearing because he's not sharing that secret. But as the real estate secret sauce.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely transparent with 99% of everything, but my cologne is, I can't tell anyone.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it a secret. I love it, man.
Thank you for being
we're
on.
excited.
Of course, time flew, so I appreciate you guys having me. That was great.
Time did
Absolutely.
fly.
We'll have to
and
do it
man,
again.
yeah, we will. We'll get the
Yeah.
whole team on. We'll do something. Man.
I would love that. We got to
Yeah.
do the whole team. We definitely have to have Steve on, and then this is great. So
Oh no, we'll see how this grows. Maybe we'll take the show on the road, and for bonus episodes, we'll come
We'll just
come to
follow
your
you
come
guys
to your
yeah, we
office.
should do one at the office.
Come to your office and do one with a cool backdrop.
I would love that.
We'll figure it
I
out.
would love
Figure it
that.
out.
Well, thank you guys very much. It's been a
welcome.
pleasure.
You.
Appreciate you.
Good-
course. Can't wait to
what
grow
did I say?
together.
It was good. Thank you for seeing you. What did I say?
You don't know.
I forgot.
It's good knowing you or something. Who
Sudafed.
knows? It's
Sudafed.
Ciao. Ciao.
ciao. Ciao. Till next time.